Hello dear kids, welcome back to our social science class. A person's most useful asset is not a head full of knowledge, but a heart full of love, an ear ready to listen, and a hand willing to help others. The role of a great leader is not to give greatness to human beings, but to help them extract the greatness they already have inside them. So this is what the difference between the ordinary people and extraordinary people. So let us get ready for today's chapter with these thoughts in mind and be inspired the people whom we are going to get acquainted within this chapter. And the name of our chapter is Great World Leaders. Let us have a look into the mind map of this chapter, Great World Leaders. And in this chapter, we are going to discuss about George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King Jr. and Mother Teresa. So, let's get going. So, let us begin with George Washington. George Washington was born on 22nd February 1732 in Westmoreland Country, Virginia, in the United States of America. He was a great military leader and he was elected the Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army in 1775 during the American War of Independence. So, American War of Independence is also known as the American Revolution, so which was against the British. In 1789, George Washington was elected the first president of United States and he was re-elected in 1792. Okay, then he played a significant role in the American Revolution and then in the formation of the United States after its independence. And he died on 14 December 1799. So let's have a look into the summary of George Washington. He born on 22nd February 1732 in USA and died on 14 December 1799. And he was elected the Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army in 1775. He was elected the Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army in 1775 and he elected as the first President of the United States in 1789 and re-elected in 1792. And now we can move into the next great personality, that is Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States of America. Remember, Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States of America. And he was born in Kentucky in 1809. So he was born in Kentucky in 1809. And his father was a farmer. Yeah. And in 1861, Lincoln became the President of the United States of America. And during his term as President, the northern and southern states of America fought the civil war over the issue of slavery. Do you know what is slavery? That means the practice of owning a person and forcing him or her to work without proper wages or without providing proper salary. and the northern states won the war. Lincoln was against slavery and he introduced the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. What is Emancipation Proclamation? Which freed the slaves. Okay. And he was elected president for the second time in 1865. However, he was assassinated on 15 April 1865. Do you know what is assassination or assassinated means? Kill a person, a famous or important person for political reasons. So, he was assassinated on 15th April 1865. So, let's have a summary of Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, born in 1809 in USA. He was assassinated on 15th April 1865 and he was the 16th president of USA, and he introduced the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 which freed the slaves, and he was elected president for the second time in 1865. Our next great personality is Martin Luther King Jr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born in Atlanta in 1929. He was one of the greatest leaders of the American civil rights movement. This movement was a mass protest against racial discrimination which happened in the southern part of the United States of America during mid of 1950s to the 1960s. Do you know what is racial discrimination? Racial discrimination refers to the practice of treating someone differently on the basis of the color of their skin, black or white. This practice was followed in the United States of America during the 1950s and 1960s, which created a division between the white-skinned and colored people. Though slavery was abolished, what is abolished? A law or custom which has been removed by law. So, a law or custom which has been removed by law. So, though slavery was abolished from the United States, the colored people were still treated badly. Martin Luther King Jr. fought for equal rights for all colored people. His efforts gathered a large number of supporters, and finally a law was passed which gave equal rights to the colored people in America. So he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. So Martin Luther King Jr. born in 1929 in Atlanta and died on April 4th, 1968. And he was one of the greatest leaders of the American civil rights movement, and he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964. And our last great personality, that is Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was born on 26 August 1910 in Skopje in Macedonia. She completed her education at the age of 18 and decided to become a nun. Okay. And in 1929, she arrived in India and started teaching in various schools. However, she was greatly moved by the conditions in which the poor lived in India. She dedicated her life to helping the poor and the needy. Okay, Then Mother Teresa established the Missionaries of Charity in 1950 in Calcutta, now Kolkata, with a mission to care for the needy, homeless and the hungry. She set up an orphanage called Nirmal Hriday in 1952. Today, both these organizations have gained a lot of support and more people have joined to help the poor. Mother Teresa received the Nobel Prize. Do you know what is Nobel Prize? An international prize given every year for contribution in the field of physics, chemistry, economics, literature, medicine for the promotion of world peace. Okay, so Mother Teresa received the Nobel Prize in 1979 and the Bharat Ratna in 1980. And she died on 5th September 1997. What is the speciality of 5th September? Yeah, it is Teachers' Day. So she died on 5th September 1997. She was declared a saint. Do you know what is saint? A person who has been recognized by the Christian church as being very holy for having lived in a holy way. So she was declared a saint by the Vatican in 2016. So here we can see Mother Teresa, born on 26th August 1910 in Macedonia, died on 5th September 1997, and she was declared a saint by the Vatican in 2016. And in 1929 she arrived in India, established Missionaries of Charity in 1950 in Calcutta, set up an orphanage, that is Nirmal Hriday, and she received Nobel Prize in 1979 and Bharat Ratna in 1980. So dear kids, there is no need to be perfect to inspire others. Let people get inspired by how you deal with your imperfections. When you are living the best version of yourself, you inspire others to live the best version of themselves. So get inspired, stay inspired, be an inspiration and inspire others. Why? Because the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. As said by Mother Teresa, to be a great person, you need not to do great things, but do the little things with great love. So don't stop until you are proud of yourself. Stay safe, take care, bye bye.